Welcome back. So let's continue from where we left. So this is what we made so far, and in this design I noticed that the shadow is missing around this card. So let's quickly add the shadow, and when you will hover on it, it will show the darker shadow. Okay, so let's open that relevant component. So this is the post list component. Go to that, and here these are the divs that are showing these cards. So here I will add shadow XL or 2XL, whatever looks better. Okay, and maybe this should be LG. Okay, and when we hover on that, it should increase the intensity of the shadow. For that I will add the hover, and then shadow should become 2XL. See what happens. Okay, we can see shadow is being increased, but there is no animation, so we have to add the animation. Transition shadow, we want to add transition on the shadow only. Now if you hover, there should be transition, but still the duration is too low, so let's increase the duration to 300 millisecond. Now it is more noticeable. Maybe we should increase it to 8. Let's try 1 second. So this is how it will look like with 1 second, but that is, I guess, too high, so it should be faster. So we will keep it up to 300. Okay, that's it. Now if you click on that, it will take us to this page, but this page should look like a post detail page. So let's quickly look at the example blog, as we are trying to get inspiration from this page, this DigitalOcean blog. So let's quickly add the section for the heading, and there would be some content like this, and at the bottom we will add some comments section. Okay, now go to the post detail page, and here I will remove it and add the h1 tag. Here let's add some text, lorem ipsum. Okay, this is the heading. Let me remove some sentences from it. Okay, now currently there are no styles on our heading, so let's go to the global file styles.scss. Here I will add some basic styling to our heading tags. So we will start from the h1. We will use the apply text -4XL, font -bold, and text -center. Save it. This is how it is looking right now, and we need to add the margin bottom as well, MB5. Also in the public, here I will add some padding top and bottom. PX or PY would do the job. PY10 means vertical padding of 10. Now you will see that it will add this amount of padding for every page. Okay, I think the font size should be a bit larger, so for that let's see what option we have. We have up to 9XL. Let's try 9XL. That is too huge, so let me try 6XL. I think it is fine. We just need to increase the line height. We will use leading in the Tailwind CSS. Leading is the class that will increase or decrease the line height. So we have the options with numbers: leading tight, leading normal, relax, loose one. That is too much, so let's try the relaxed or try the normal. This is still too much, I guess. Try the snug. Anyways, I think this is it. Now let's continue, and we will add some section for the content for this page. So below that, here I will add paragraph, and here we will add epsum. Okay, and here a br tag here and here as well, and we will copy paste this p tag multiple times so that it could add some spacing with the help of the p tag. Currently there are no styling for the p tag, so let's add them as well. In the global styles.scss, I will add the MB5. that would add the margin bottom. Also, I guess we need to increase the text size a bit further. Okay, and let me increase the line height for the leading loose. I think this is better, much better than before. But with that, I found an issue that you can also notice, that there is a background gray color and the text is overflowing outside that container. So let's see what is happening. I'm using the inspect element, and this is the div, and this is a background color. So let's see where we added this code. Command Shift F would search it globally. You can see this style was added in the public.component.html. Now here we know that this is the main file for all of the public facing pages. So here we can add the overflow auto. Okay, I think the issue is solved now. If there is more content within its children, then it will automatically grow by using the scroll. Okay, now on the top here below the title, I want to show the category, and below the paragraph we will display the tags. Okay, so here let's display category and create a date. So I used the p tag category, and we have used the strong tag here. I will add a dummy category for now, but later on we will be getting it from the backend, and it would be dynamic hello world. Okay, this is the category, and we still need to show the created date. This okay, we can show the category and date in front of each other. So let me wrap it inside a div with the flex and with the class justify between. Save it. Okay, you can see created section is on the right side and category section is on the left side. We may add some margin bottom here as well, MB20. Now we need to add the comments section here at the bottom. So let's quickly look at our database structure to see how our comments section should look like. Okay, so now earlier I deleted my database, so I just created it from scratch. So let's open it from the table plus. Currently you will see that our database is not there, so we have to create it really quick. So the backend, check the .env file. Okay, so this should be the name of the database, so I'm going to create a new one. Okay, and open this database, and now go to the index.ts in the database, and I will enable the force true. That will automatically create all of the missing tables. Then we will be able to look at the database structure. So now run the command npm run. Let me see the command npm run dev. Okay, so you can see it has executed all of these queries, and all of the tables should be created so far, you can see. So now we would like to look at the comments table. In the comments table, if you go to the structure area, we have the content, that's mean text area. We will have a user ID, post ID, and that's it, nothing else. Okay, so that's mean in the UI we have to show only the text area, and we will also show a thumbnail along with the username and maybe a welcome message. So now let's go back to the front end project, and on the bottom here we will add the comments section. Okay, so let's add a div with class empty20 with the margin top of 20. I will add the h2 tag, and the text would be comments, and in the h2 tag we will add some classes to style it. Text to Excel. Okay, I was looking at this blog. Here we will try to follow this comment section. It will not be exactly same, but it will look like almost same. So we have added the comments heading, and then we need to add our div with the flex, and here we will have an image. So here I will add a random image. So let me just copy this one for now. Copy image address, save it. Okay, the image has been added. Now let's add some classes on it. So width 10, height 10, and rounded full mr right will add the margin right. All these classes will make it a pure circle like this. And now we need to add a margin bottom below the heading, MB20. I think that is too much, so let's decrease it to the 10. Okay, I think it's fine for now. And now we need to add the text area in the another div, or after this I will just add the text area, and classes would be w-full and h would be 400 pixels. Okay, and this is how it will look right now, but we need to add a light gray border around it. And let's decrease the height of the text area, and here I will add border solid and border 1. Here I will use 1 pixels, and you can see there is a border, but it is too light to see properly, so let's make it a bit darker. So here you can see all of the shades that you can use with your border. So I set border gray 900. Let's see how it will look. I think it is fine maybe, or you can reduce the intensity to 400. Okay, this is fine. So now we need to add a little border radius around it. For that we will add a tailwind CSS class rounded MD. Okay, great. Now within that we need to add the placeholder as well, like this. So here add the attribute placeholder, enter your comment. We need to add some padding as well. P 10 is working. Actually we need to add the padding here in the classes section. P10, now it should work. This is too much, so let's reduce it to the 4 and see. Okay, I think this is acceptable now, but there is another issue. You can see these blue lines when you click on it. That doesn't look good to me, so I will just remove it. So for that I will add outline none. Okay, great. You can add it if you want to, but for now I don't need it. Okay, after that let's add the comments below. So for that I will add another div, and there would be 2 further divs within that div. This will contain the image. Actually let's save this image because this is looking too ugly here. So I will just open it and save the image. Okay, so in the front end project we'll add it to the, I guess, in the public folder. I will name it img. You can give it whatever name to. Save it. Okay, now let's access it from the public folder. So let's use img.png. Okay, save it. And let's see if that is working. Yes, it is still working. So that means if you put any image in the public folder, you can directly access it in this way without specifying any folder name. So that is also a nice. Okay, now let me copy paste the same image tag here as well. Okay, and we need to add some margin bottom mb10. Okay, now let's add another div here that will contain the message name of the person. So I have added the name, date and the message of that person, but we have to fix the alignment. For that, here I will add a class to the parent that would be flex, that will bring everything in the horizontal direction like this, but there are too much spaces between these elements. So to fix that, I will remove the p tag and keep them as the div element. So let's do that for everyone. Okay, great. Save it. Now you would notice that all of those gaps have been removed, and now there should be some margin bottom below this section. So here I will simply add mb4. Okay, now we need to add a border around it. So let's do that. Class border 1 pixel and border solid and border black, gray. Let's try this one, but this is too much dark, so we need to decrease this number to 300 maybe. Okay, let's try this, and we need to increase the width to 100%. So for example, this is the flex main parent. Let's add width of full, and here I will add flex grow. That will automatically consume all of the available space. Now I need to add the padding around it for the border div. So add the p of 4 maybe. That did not, actually not here, we should add it here, p4. Save it. Okay, now we also need to add the rounded border. Save it. Okay, we have the comments, we have the comment visible. That is looking better than before, and in this way we can add multiple comments. So let's add a for loop and repeat these elements several times. So for that I will add the for loop of Angular, and here I will add item of 1 2 3 4 5 and track item. Okay, now let's move all of this code inside this for loop, and this will automatically repeat it several times, but there is no gap between every comment. For that we will add mb5. Okay, now it's looking much better. I think that's all we need for the comment section. One last thing that is missing, I think we should add the submit button as well below it. So let's quickly add it. So below this div I will add div in this way, or maybe just a button. So I have added this button with the class blue 500, text white, px, that's mean horizontal padding of 4, vertical padding of 2, rounded, that's mean we want rounded corners, and on hover its color should be changed. We are using the transition or duration 300 to make the color change nice. Okay, so now let's see how it is going to look. Okay, this is the button. Let's move it to the right side, and I am going to decrease the, actually here on the pb padding bottom should be 5, and not the padding, let's revert it. I am talking about the margin, so we need to increase the margin bottom. So basically we can remove this margin and we can add it here. Okay, now we need to add margin here, but this time this would be smaller to 2 maybe, or maybe 4. Okay, now let's push this button to the right side For that you can use the float right, maybe. Okay, great. Now you can see this button is now working when you hover on it. Alright, let's proceed. Now we need to make this button clickable, this category clickable. Also, we did not add the tags here. We need to display the list of the tags below this paragraph. So let's do that. Here before the comment section, we need to add the tags of this post. So first of all, I will add the div with the empty 20, margin top of 20, and within that we will add the h2 tag with text 2xl, and here we can display the heading tags. Okay, after that we will display all of the tags list. So I have added this div after the tag that has the flex margin top 5, and after that I have added this a tag, anchor tag. So basically this will display the tag. Let's add some text, tag 1, and within that I have added some classes, background blue, text white, px4, py2. py means vertical padding, this is horizontal padding, this is margin right of 2, rounded corners, on hover the color should be changed. We also defined the transition. So this is the tag, and now let's repeat the process. I'm going to move it in the for loop again. So this is the for loop, and we have the array of the strings tags, so let's use them. Tag. Okay, save it. Now if you look at this, we have all of the tags visible. Let me remove this one. Okay, nice. When you click on these tags, it should take you to another page where we will display all of the articles or posts that are related to that tag. Okay, so let's look at our structure first. We have the tags section. So here, instead of using href, I will add the router link, but router link is not currently available because we have to import the router link in the post detail component. Once that is done, you will see that this router link directive is available in the suggestions. Okay, so here I will use the router link with the square brackets, and then we will pass the parameters, the path. First one would be the path, actual path, and second one would be the tag that we want to pass. And let's look at our routing. So in the public routing, we did not define the path for the tag, so let's add it here. I will add another object with the path tags, and here I can add the load children to lazily load the module for the tags. So tags are in the features folder /tags/tags.module, and we are returning the tags module. Save it. So now let's go to the tags module. Within that we have the tags routing. Here let's add our first route, that would be path, and here we want to define a parameter in the URL tag, and component would be, so here I will pass the tag detail component if we access okay, now you can see I am accessing the tags / the tag, and the tag detail works text is coming from the tag detail component. Now within that component I want to use the post list component. So in this way we will be reusing the same component that is displaying the articles on the home page. So this will not work until you add the post list component here. Okay, we don't need the post detail component here, so I'm going to remove it. Okay, now post list component is available in the tag detail component, and you will see it is visible. And on the top you can add the heading tag. Here you can display the tag name or whatever parameter you are getting from the URL. So let's get that tag from the URL. Here I will create a constant route is equal to inject. Inject function will help us to inject a service. I want to inject the activated route class. We don't need the constant here because we are in the class. So now in the constructor I will use the this.route.params.subscribe. So every time a route is changed, this callback function would be executed, and we will be able to extract our tag. Okay, so by default I'm giving it empty value. So here within this callback function I will update the tag value with the value that we're getting from the param. So now save it. You can see this value is coming from the URL. Now if you change the value from here, hello world, press enter, you will notice that the tag is updated. Now we need to add some styles to this. So for that I will add the h1 tag, and let's move this into it, and here I will add some classes like text to Excel. Actually this is already styled, we already have added the global styles in the styles.scss, but if you think this is too large, you can use the h2 tag as well, it's to you. Okay, now in the same way we have to implement the category page as okay. From this page we are being redirected here, but when I click from here it does not take me to the detail page for the post, but if we go to the home page it takes me to the detail page. So that is strange. So let's troubleshoot why it is happening. So open the inspect element and go to the console. Let me clear the console first. Click on it. Okay, it is saying that URL segment cannot match, so it is trying to construct this URL tags /tag5/post/. So let's see what is happening there. Go to the post list and go to the HTML, and we did not put the slash in the beginning, that's why it is happening. So let's put the slash in the beginning. Now if you click on that, it will take you to the correct page. That is fine now. Okay, very nice. Now let's complete the category page as well. So go to the public routing, and we can add the section for the categories, and here we will use the categories module as well, and let's return the categories module. Save it. Now go to the categories routing, and here we will add our first route with the path category. So this is basically a parameter that is starting from the colon. So now I will use the component. In the component we will use the category detail component. Make sure to import the category detail component like this. Now let's try to make this category functional. So go to the post detail page, and I'm going to add the link tag or anchor tag. So here I will add the A. Now we need to add the router link. I will be using the router link with the square bracket so that I could use the JavaScript as well here. So here I will use categories, and here I will add the slash in the beginning, and here I will pass the category that we want to hello world. Save it. Now let's click on it. Alright, it took me to the category details component. Now go to the category details component. Actually let me copy paste some code from the tags detail component, because things would almost same for the category as well. It's the tags detail component. I'm going to copy it and go to the category detail component HTML file and paste it here. Now it is throwing an error that app post list is not available. We will import it shortly. That will fix this problem. Here instead of tag I will display category, and go to the tag detail.component.ts, and we will reuse all of this code because this is going to be almost same. So go to the category detail component.ts and paste all of that code. And now we need to import the inject function from angular/core and import the activated route class as well. Perfect. Now let's import the post detail component. Actually post list component should be added. Post list component, and save it. With that the error is gone, but category is still not created. That's why there is an error. So instead of tag it should be category, and here as well, and we will be getting the parameter with the name category as well. So make sure this name is exactly same that you have defined in the routing section. Okay, now let's open it and click on it. You can see we are on this category hello world, and it is showing, it should show all of the related posts from that category that we will implement later when we will make it dynamic. Okay, all right, I think that's all I wanted to implement in this lecture. So we will continue growing from here step by step. I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you have any questions, then feel free to ask me. Thanks for watching. See you in the next lecture. Goodbye.